This here is a 2013 Dodge Bighorn Edition. And we live in Southern Louisiana, so if you like trucks, this is what's in the garage. Now, I live in Southern Louisiana, and you know what? Other than, I think, Texas, we're probably one of the biggest states for trucks, because everywhere I turn, and in Walmart parking lot, you don't see moms getting out of, little cars. It's always trucks. And if you like trucks, come on. This is a full 6.7 liter diesel engine. For the average guy, what does Dodge mean? Dodge means it's probably going to be a lot less expensive than a Chevy or a Ford. And the quality and all the rest of it is right up there. Now, I know a lot of my friends have Dodges, and I know a lot of my friends love their trucks, and this guy's lifted, running boards, rims, lift kit, the big old diesel engine that's gonna last you forever, especially if you treat it right. Doesn't that go for all cars? If you treat them right, they kind of last forever. But just nowadays, the gadgets, the doodads, the big backup cameras and 7-inch screens that you used to have to install yourself back in the 90s are all incorporated in this. Now, I have to tell you, when you're gonna have a big truck, having running boards, awesome. It's a Longhorn edition, so I'm pretty sure the upgrades are pretty massive. And when you jump in this passenger seat right here, first thing you see is the leather seats that are this deep brown, which is actually kind of gorgeous with the color of the exterior of the truck, which is pretty cool. They have the stitching, they have all the little Longhorn additional extras that you get along the dashboard. I kind of like where everything's situated for the driver's seat and for all the controls. It's pretty simple. One of the things that I think is cool about new cars is that a lot of cars like this one is coming with the little plug-in, your house outlet. Just plug in your old cables, whatever you need, and you have an inverter inside the truck. It's built in. That's kind of handy. As for the back seats, come on, man. I'm almost 6 foot tall, 5'11"ish, and I don't have a problem. They're doing even belt buckles on the seats. That's pretty cool. So as for the driver's seat, once again, you have the awesome leather seats. I love that kind of thing. And I'm gonna tell you, I like the setup of it all. Full Alpine system. Back in the 90s when I was doing car stereos, I always used Alpine. I like the Alpine. So that is a bonus to me. Now, I'm sure you saw the custom wheels and the bigger wheels and rims. So you have all these awesome storages, and I'm gonna tell you as a thing, if you have a lug nut remover or a certain key for your lug nuts to be removed, make sure you keep this in your glove box at all times, because yeah, I had a blowout out of state and I had to change a tire on that flat. Sure enough, I left that lug nut at home. I had to buy a whole new kit, which was 40 bucks just for the lug nut key. Now, the one privilege of these big trucks over small cars absolutely is the storage space. They have cabinets everywhere, places to put your cell phone, places to put everything you need to put. This big old center console is just amazing. I love how they added the accents with the Longhorn edition. They carried that throughout the whole vehicle, so this steering wheel matches the door panel wood, which matches the dash wood, and then you have the stitching in the same brown as the leather seats, and it kind of matches up with the wood, so it gives you this real good country look. I guess you could say country came to town. Now, this truck also does have 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, whatever you want to do. It's a switch of a knob nowadays. There's no more shifters and stuff like that. That's all been days of the past. And then with a little crank up, she purrs like a kitten. Me personally, I've always thought that the sound of a good diesel engine cranking up always means there's about to be a good, honest day's work done. It kind of starts the day off right. It's like a good cup of coffee. Now, some of the safety features nowadays, I think are kind of overdone and kind of are gimmicky, but that backup camera, amazing. With a 7-inch screen, amazing. I love that kind of stuff. I'm glad it's in almost every vehicle nowadays. Now, I'm gonna tell you another thing that I love about big trucks like this. The fact that it's lifted and you can see over the crowd, little tip to drivers. Anytime you can see farther than the car in front of you, that shouldn't be the only one you're watching. You probably should be watching up ahead of you a couple of cars. So I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna look at the dashboard and I'm gonna see some of the settings it does because, hey, I've never been in one of these. We're gonna find out some information from it. So if I'm going through, and the very first thing I found out is that when you connect the trailer, it knows that you connected the trailer and it can actually set up all of your braking and stuff like that inside of the car. So this thing has 3,500 miles on the last trip and it is showing 14.8 miles per gallon in a diesel. I don't know if they were pulling or not. Average speed was about 34 miles per hour. 14 miles per gallon, it's not that bad. So I'll tell you what, driven a few things and this thing is nowhere near as bouncy as I would expect it to be. Pretty sturdy. And for a big old diesel, it doesn't have any problems getting where it needs to go. I know it's built for torque more than it's built for speed, but I just got the wheels to spin a little bit, and we're talking about in a parking lot. So what else can I say about this Longhorn? I think it's a pretty cool truck. If I needed a big truck, this would do everything I ever needed. It has a ton of tow capacity. It's just amazing. I love the details inside. I really do appreciate the color. I really do appreciate the fact that they took the time to add all the extra Longhorn edition stuff like the engraving and the little tiny things that make this truck special. So I hope you're liking these first looks, because I'm not going to call them reviews, because it's just Cajun guys, regular people checking out vehicles, motors, anything to do with automotive and ATVs and whatever we can get our hands on. We're going to check them out, tell you what we think, look at some of the cool gadgets and technology, and have some fun with the vehicles. We're going to do all kind of wild stuff, but only with your support. So we appreciate every subscription, every person that likes, comments, and lets us know what they think of these vehicles. Tell us about it. We want to hear your opinions too. But after you subscribe to the channel, send us some comments. We have one question for you. What's in your garage?